Have you ever gone to add your logo into a design and realized that it doesn't fit the space? You've got this tiny little space where it can go, but it's just illegible at that size. You've got your main logo, but when it comes down to it, one size does not fit all. And that's exactly why you need to have a few different setups and variations available for your logo. Whether you're branding a simple social media graphic, your website, or even merch for your business, you need to have a logo that fits seamlessly into any situation and look its best. This is why logo variations are a must. They keep your brand looking consistent and polished and recognizable everywhere that it shows up. So in this video, I'm walking you step by step on how you can easily set up variations for your logo inside of Canva. Before we jump into Canva though, let me explain what I mean by different logo variations. They're a little bit like a wardrobe change for your brand. Different looks for different occasions. First up, we have your primary logo, and this is really the whole shebang. It's your icon, the text, your tagline, the works. Not all logos are going to have all of those elements, of course, but if you plan to include them, your primary logo is going to have them. This is your main go-to logo. When I create a brand, I always create two versions of the primary logo. There's going to be a more horizontal setup and a more vertical setup. This way you have an alternate version to fit the space right out of the gate. If your logo includes an icon, you can use that alone as a version of your logo. Think profile pictures, app icons, or those tiny spots where text just doesn't seem to work. The word mark version of your logo includes just the text from your primary logo. Your submark is a simplified or mini version of your logo that works really well when only a small space is available. It's ideal for things like favicons, watermarks, or in email signatures. So looking at an example here, your logo might be front and center on your homepage, but that icon-only version is gold for an Instagram profile image. Each variation serves a purpose and works together to build your brand's presence everywhere. All right, so let's jump into Canva and get going. Open Canva and click Create to create a new design. I recommend starting with a 1080 by 1080 canvas. This size works beautifully for most platforms. And if you have Canva Pro, one of the big benefits is that you can upload your brand kit. It's really great for storing your brand colors, fonts, and existing logo files all in one place. So you're going to start by uploading or designing your main logo here in Canva. So make sure that it includes your icon, your business name, and your tagline if you have one. So if your primary logo is more horizontal, like this one, then create an alternate option that's more vertical or square in shape. And vice versa. If you're starting with a more vertical or square in shape logo, then create a second option that's more horizontal. Next, you can duplicate your full logo again and strip it down to just the graphic. Now the word mark, it's all about the typography. So duplicate your primary logo again and simply remove the icon. Last is the submark. I love creating these because you can have a lot of fun with them. If your logo is your full name, you could go with your initials here. Another option is to create a seal or a badge version. The goal is to make it compact but unmistakably you. Now hopefully you've already got your brand guidelines set up before you start creating your logo. If not, then definitely go check out my program Brand Up, where I teach step by step how to define your brand personality, your brand voice, and all of the visual elements that go along with your brand, like your typefaces and your color palette and all of the design elements, as well as designing your logo. The reason that you need to have your brand guidelines set up first is because you need to be creating your logo and all of the variations so that you're showing up consistently everywhere you're showing up. You want to be using the same colors and typefaces and graphic elements everywhere you show up so that it's consistent and you become recognizable. Before calling your logo variations done, you're going to want to give them a little bit of a trial run and set up some mock-ups to see how they fit in various locations. Canva is a great tool for doing this as well. You can just go into the sidebar into the element section and scroll down to the mock-ups and start start playing around with your designs, making sure everything you've created comes across as cohesive and recognizable. For example, your primary logo might look really great on your business card, but may not fit well in the header of your website. Or maybe your submark needs a little bit of refinement when you scale it down to be used as a favicon. Testing these out is going to ensure that your logo variations not only fit the space, but that they maintain your brand's professional and polished vibe. One final tip that I have is to always use the highest quality settings available when it comes to exporting your designs out of Canva. I recommend downloading your files as PNGs with transparent backgrounds. This way your logos are going to look clean and professional wherever you use them without an awkward white box appearing around your designs when placed on colored or textured backgrounds. Also, be sure to save each logo variation in multiple sizes and multiple color options. This way you'll have all of the versions you might need right at hand. And there you have it. Once you have all of these variations set up and on hand, ready to go, you're going to find it so much easier to actually use your brand. Now, you may be looking at your main logo and starting this process and thinking that it might be time for a refresh. If you're noticing that it feels a little bit outdated or maybe doesn't seem to be in alignment with your current audience or where your business is heading, it could be time for an upgrade. Don't worry, I've got you covered. Click right here to watch this video about when to refresh your brand and the signs to look for to take your brand to the next level. I'll see you there.